Jim, this was your big idea. What do you want to show everybody?
Okay, I'm going to go around and show her. Well, let me make sure I can do this. Okay. Let's see here.
There you go. Good job.
Can you guys see that now?
Yeah,
We can.
Okay, great. Here we go. We'll start over here. I got all kinds of stuff. Here's I'll say it all the way back here. This is basically all the racquetballs. So the three big things there, and there's some racquetballs there, and some racquetballs there. And then the cans, there's the cans, and all these are cans, and that's some cans. So anyway, I'll go quickly. There's this container here. One thing is all Wilson. So they're all different colors or different logos or whatever over the years of Wilson.
That was your sponsor for a while, right, Shannon?
It was. It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look at how nicely he's got those organized and labeled.
I think it's the world's largest collection, right, Jim? The world's largest collection of racquetballs.
As far as I know, it is. Yeah. You guys remember this? I know you all played with the Simcoe balls.
That's right.
What do you say? And there's Seamless. I don't know if you can see that, but Simcoe was called Seamless before it was called Simcoe.
Yeah.
So there it is, and then the blue, the green, and the blue, and the Assassin. Remember the Dipple ball?
My God. I think I drew blood on my leg once.
There you go. There you go. And all kinds of other. A lot of these. So I got gearbox. Some of these are foreign. Oh, here you go, Dr. Bud. You'll remember these. Point West and the other ball. Yeah. So you know those. And then Gold Label. I was talking to a guy, Mike Waddell, who was the executive director of the National, and told him about a brown racquetball. He said there was never a brown racquetball. Yes, there was.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a brown. That's the only brown ball that I'm aware of.
That's the Vittert ball. That's that's Dr. Bud's friend.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a Vittert.
Yep. He lives in Michigan. You know that, Jim.
Okay. I think I got to get a hold of that guy. Okay.
Who is that, Shannon? Who lives in Michigan? Vittert?
Mark Vittert.
Oh, okay. That was really his name. Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. They live in Leland, Michigan.
Yep. This one is all pin.
Yeah.
And the very first pin that I'm aware of was a black court one, and then pin court one, and blue, and that purple ball was a prototype. So that was way before the actual purple balls came out later. Anyway, there are different logos, different whatever.
The blue pen was my favorite of all those balls. The blue pen was my favorite.
I had no idea that there were this many racquetballs.
Oh yeah. And some of these are the same ball with just different logos. Like, the pen blue ball. Well, everybody, the brother put a logo on it. So if I got a different logo on it, be it the men's pro, the women's pro, the ABC Classic in North Dakota, if they put that on the ball and I got it, I put it up here. National Juniors, Nationals, different things. Okay. Anyway, down here, the old Assassin cans. There was a gold can and a silver can, and then the rest of the Simcoes.
Yeah.
And there's one I'm looking for. The club ball was only out one summer in a plastic thing, and mine's broke, and I never seen another one. So I'd like to get that someday. But anyway, and here's a real unique. This Wilson. That's a 6-sided cardboard box.
Huh.
Okay. And the only way you could get that, you had to buy a set. And it was a racket and eye guards and the balls all in the set. You couldn't walk in the store and buy that particular cardboard box. So I had to spend $40 or whatever to get the set so I can get that can out of there so I could add it to my collection.
Wow.
There you go, Dr. Bud. I found one Super Z that had your picture on the top. Now there's 4 different colors.
Yeah, look at all that hair. And there's Bill Stevens on the yellow can next to it. 2 down, that's Bill Stevens. Yeah, they didn't give him credit, but that I know the photo.
And over here's all kinds of different Voight cans over the years, and metal and cardboard and whatnot. And here's a bunch of the pin. There's the cardboard box that the they had what, 12 balls came in way back when, and also they had the pin can. Okay. And then
Wow.
kinds of others. And here I have a couple of what I call counterfeit. See this pin? Well, that's a 3-ball can, and nowhere on that container does it say 2 balls. And if you can see, it looks like someone took the green label off a regular 2-ball can and put on this. There's nothing else on the back. And I think this came out of West Virginia or someplace. But I think somebody is doing something on the side, and I call that my counterfeit ball because I've never seen it anywhere other than this guy on eBay out of West Virginia, I think it is. And I got a couple more counterfeits from the same guy. That's why I think they're counterfeit. And I think you remember the old cans that had looked like beer.
I gave you one of those. Remember I sent you, I think the Coors Light.
Yep.
I
And they
had,
have
I had
racquetball.
pencils in it.
So I had to go out and buy the beer cans to match them.
Are they full, Jim?
No, they're empty. They're all empty.
He had to drink all the beer too.
I got on eBay. It cost me $20 daggone for the can and another 10 or 15 they mail it to me. So I had to empty. You can't buy the old Coors can anywhere. I mean, you know, the equipment, you can get Coors beer, but not in the can that they used to have. I think most of you guys know that I did a marathon way back when. And anyway, that particular National Racquetball magazine, okay, which was November of 77. And that's me.
Wow.
My rubber ducky shot, and I went 61 hours, 10 minutes. So anyway, that's kind of cute.
That's fun.
A struction cord I invented. If you see I stole this idea from like 3 different people, Steve Stratamo and a couple other people I saw in the magazines. So I put them all together, and so you could practice by yourself. If you stand on the red B and you drop the ball and you hit one of the red squares on the front wall, you get a certain serve, be it a drive or Z or whatever it may be. Okay, so people could practice by themselves. Okay.
Yeah, we have that at UC Santa Cruz also. Simpler than that, but they do have those targets.
There's an old Simcoe banner.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of the posters. As you know, Natural Light was a big time into racquetball way back when. So there's a couple of the different posters.
Yeah.
I know that everybody here about Chelsea will remember this thing. The 2008 gala that was in Houston, Texas, where we had 25 Hall of Famers all stand up on the stage together.
Well,
I
I edited
remember
all the
that.
videos. I've seen all the videos. The
That's right. The
hours of video. Yeah.
Okay, there's that. Let's see.
I saw Lynn and Shannon and Dr. Bud there and Charlie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
There's
That was an impressive, I think that was maybe the most impressive racquetball event that we've ever had.
yeah.
I'm a little
Well,
biased.
at least the
but that's
classiest.
what I heard from people that it was.
Yeah.
When I did my marathon, 61 hours, 10 minutes, I went out and bought one of those Guinness Book of Record books. I went to a local store and bought one, and it's printed over in England, someplace, United Kingdom. And anyway, I sent them all the information, and here's a letter that came back from them. Anyway, they don't have racquetball in a Guinness Book of Records because it's got to be in so many countries and so many continents, and I don't know what all. Okay, so anyway, racquetball wasn't in it, but they said they got me in their files in case they ever put it in. So anyway,
they had a file on you.
that's right. I got a file. Here's a bunch of the different Echelon cans over the years. Okay, and then down here we have the Echelon jugs, and then we had the Echelon boxes that had the different ones in it. Not that I want to look at a John, but in a John, here's one of the cartoon characters by Gary Patterson, and here's one.
Yeah.
But here's my one pin.
I took it on the airplane to Denver to meet up with. There it is. I had that thing for 40 years, and now it's in your museum.
See, so it's a Voight trash can. Okay.
Lynn has contributed a Linda Hogan racket to the museum.
That's right.
That's in the back room. Echelon Power Ring. This big thing as a promotional thing. Okay. And here's some posters that we did back in 81, 82 in Michigan. It used to be called Michigan Racquetball Association. Then it became called RAM later. Anyway, there's one. Here's one. I know some of you guys might know a Stu Hastings. There's
Yeah,
Stu
I
Hastings.
remember Stu Hastings.
Okay. And here's another one, Stu Hastings. That's my wife behind the Losers Must Ref sign back in 82, 83.
I
Here
want
you
to
go.
show you these, Jim. After
Oh,
I get
look at that.
scanned,
Mike Yo and Lynn Adams. Yeah.
I'm going to scan these and then I'll send them to you too, okay?
Okay, great.
Few of them here from Lynn. I got some real treasures from her.
Oh, there, yeah, Peck. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a
winners.
nice one.
Holy
Yeah, these are going to
moly.
be nice.
Here's some different all racquetball stuff and some racquetball belt buckles. Not that I'm into belt buckles. You remember the Jikari thing with the ball on a rubber band? They advertised that. There was 2 different sets. So you could literally get in the driveway and hit a racquetball. And
Oh,
come
yeah.
back and hit it again.
Yeah.
So some stuff. And these little toys that said racquetball on them. So I bought them. Here's some wooden rackets. Different ones.
Shannon, you
Yeah.
must have had one, Lynn, right?
Yeah,
I
I'm going to.
I had
I
a
never
field
played
club.
with a wooden racket.
That was Dr. Bud's right there.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
The
Now, I
metal rack,
played
yeah.
with a sportscraft racket. It was a wooden racket. I have it right over here in my office.
And his was what was it, a Dayton, a steel or something? Bud?
Dayton Steel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that one was steel.
Yeah, I
That was
remember
steel.
that. The strings are steel too, right?
Correct.
Yep,
That's
they're-
why it was
yep,
called that,
yeah, they are. And the racket, Lynn, I think this is the one that you gave me.
Yeah, that's
With
it.
Linda Hogan.
That was in my
Linda
basement.
Hogan.
I don't know
I
why.
had to move something out. I said, I got to put this up here because this is a good racket. So I put that there. And
It may be the only
Uh,
one that exists now. We don't know.
who knows?
I'll have
And
to
way back when,
contact Linda.
the Magnum was kind of we advertised it as the Cadillac of
Cadillac,
rackets when it
yeah.
came out. Yeah. And there was the Magnum.
Halatier,
the-
I remember Halatier was playing with it. Mhm.
Yeah, and Magnum 2, and then the Magnum Flex. And then we all remember Keeley with the Bandito, the little Bandito.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
And then one of the rackets has got an autograph, and I'll show you more autograph rackets, is
Yeah,
Jennifer Harding.
I found one of hers at the thrift store recently too.
Uh,
Yeah.
By the way, if you wonder why all these little strings are tied up, I have a cat that likes to play with strings, so I just kind of tied them in a couple knots to keep the cat from playing with them. Okay. My rug. And then, sorry, the movie thing happens to be in front of my rackets. Okay, Creature from Black Lagoon. Here's the rackets and with a curved handle. There's one with a curved handle. There's one with a curved handle.
wow, I didn't even know those existed.
Oh yeah, I did. Yep.
You have to be
That's a-
drunk to play with them.
That's right. I
Yeah.
played drunk before, by the way, racquetball. Anyway, another story. Here's the thing I had to go out and buy so I could get that can of balls. So I bought 3 of them. There's 2 of them.
Cliff Swain, no?
So I can get the can of balls to add to my collection. It's a Cliff Swain. Sorry,
Yeah.
Cliff Swain, up you can see it there, but Cliff Swain is up there.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the one thing that you may not be aware of. You guys saw it at the 2008 gala. Remember the wooden boards, 2 foot by 3 foot? And by the way, I did this back in Michigan before I did it on the national level. So I liked the idea. I stole it and we took it to the national. And so I don't know if you know, but the national office doesn't exist anymore. Okay, for whatever reasons. And so
Didn't
this
know
stuff
that.
was yeah. Well, they have a closet. Okay,
Oh.
that's really all they have.
That's
Seriously.
cool.
Okay, about the size of my bathroom. Okay, and that's it now. So they don't have any people working in an office anymore. Okay. Anyway, I told the executive director, the guy playing my Grizz right now, so why don't you let me keep these in my house so they don't collect dust and break? And I had to repair one of these when I got them. So anyway, here's the boards. They say, Dr. Bud, there you are.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
The first one.
1974. Okay. First
Even
one.
before
that was-
Sobek.
That's right. Before Sobek. Well, we did it alphabetical. So M comes before S. Okay. So anyway, anyway, here's the next one. And look at it. We got Lynn Adams,
Yeah.
7. Karen McKinney, and it's now Karen Russell,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
1. And Shannon Wright in 2004.
Terrific.
Okay, so there we got all the. So there's
Aw,
one.
that's
Two,
awesome.
oh, let me back up so you get a good look at this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow,
5
that's
of them.
really cool.
Okay. When I got this one from the office, I had to repair it because this wasn't here. This one was broke and something was wrong with that. So I had to go out and get it repaired. Okay. And I had to replace about 6 pictures because they were screwed up. And so I got that back and I had to buy another board. So yours truly. Okay. We ran out of room. So I have one more board made that's hid around here someplace. When we get to it, we'll add it on. You guys ought to definitely remember this.
Absolutely.
Everybody
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
Yep.
And Dr. Bud, you're right there, man of honor.
Yeah.
Last, but not least. Okay. Anyway, there's another racket.
Racket clock.
Racket clock. Yeah.
Racket clock. There's just a funny thing with Heiser, myself, and Usher from Canada, and Joe. We got the thing shirts. Just something cute. Okay. Anyway, I also did a thing with all the different autograph rackets over the years. The first one, naturally, Dr. Bud. I don't know how well you can see that.
Boy,
But
is
there-
that ever a bad looking grip?
Well, hey, listen, I looked for 4 years to find this daggone racket. Okay. And finally I found it on eBay or where, and I got it.
Okay.
And so, no, actually, I didn't get that from eBay. A buddy of mine was dying and he gave me his racquetball stuff. And that was one of them. What can I say? Anyway, Joe Sobek, a couple of rackets. Charlie Brown feels like Hogan, had all kinds of rackets. So I wouldn't put more than 2 rackets up there with his name on it. Okay. And then Smicky and then Hogan. And
Jim.
Yeah.
My friend Nancy Martin just told me that she's like, I think in her 80s now in La Jolla, and she was going through all her book collection. And so she's going to give me all her racquetball books, many signed by the authors. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
You might get those shipped to you.
Okay. Well, I have some books, but Randy Stafford has a bigger selection of racquetball books than I do.
Okay, I'll talk to
Maybe-
Randy, see if he wants
But
them.
anyway, here's the rest. Shannon, there's your racket.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
And
That
little
that
green,
stands out.
yep. That little green dot. The reason I put a green dot on there is if I have the cover. So some of these I have the actual cover to, so I put
You're
a green
so
dot.
organized, Jim.
So anyway, all the way down.
Call him back.
And here's the end of the autograph rackets. I just couldn't help myself because Malaya Bailey's in the Hall of Fame. Now that's not an autograph racket, but I got it. And Sudsy, and also Jack Husak. Okay, I just couldn't help myself, even though it's not an autograph racket. I had to put it. And here's the couple of the little rackets. Let's see, Leach. Yeah, you can see.
Keely gave me one of those. Mine's red, I think.
Yeah.
I used to do clinics with those.
I played with that. We had a turkey shoot thing, and the money went to Red Cross or whatever, and you could play me for $5 one game, and we gave all the money to whoever. So I did
Keely
that.
would do it to bet against people. He'd play with a frying pan or a shoe or one of those rackets. Yeah.
Yeah. Or an empty bleach bottle. I did it with an empty bleach bottle. I stole that idea from Davy Bledsoe.
Okay.
I thought that was cool. So I did. This here's some of the different VHS tapes that I got from the national office. Well, I had a machine, so I turned them into DVDs. So I don't know if you can see it or not, 88 nationals, and then I have DVD and different ones. So I'm turning them into DVDs because sooner or later those VHS tapes will break or whatever. Yeah. There's magazines, all the different magazines.
Wow.
And in case you wanted, that's a bunch of handball magazines. And I got some more handball magazines. Bill Smicky, which I'm sure we all know. Okay, I've been after him for a long time. And finally I got him down. I just called him up and says, I'm going to show up at your house next weekend or the weekend. Which day works for you? Okay. So I kind of put him on the spot. And he says, Jim, says, my wife's going to go through these and I'll mail them to you. So she's been mailing me National Racquetball magazine and the handball. And the reason I wanted the handball is that, and Dr. Bud, you know this for sure, that the first racquetball magazine came out in 72 and 73. Okay. the IRA and the NRC, whatever magazines. Anyway, before 72, you know, there was racquetball called paddle rackets, gut racket, called all kinds of things, but an instrument with strings. And the only way you got info on it is through the handball magazine. So I wanted to get these handball magazines, and you'll see, me and my wife was going over some of them this morning. They're
Chuck
just turned
Levy.
upside
Chuck
down.
Levy was the editor because his dad, Mort
Yep.
Levy, Mort Levy put out the handball magazine, and he asked Chuck to do a little supplement for racquetball, and it kept growing until they said, you know what, I think we can do a racquetball magazine.
Yep, that's what they did. So anyway, I got magazines from 68 to 71. It's handball. And other than handball, before that, it was called Ace. And I got those too. And I just got done scanning them. Okay. So I've been spending the last couple of weeks scanning those. And man, there's some information in there that you just can't find. I mean, it's in the handball magazine, but you can't find it anywhere else. Anyway, that's what this is. Some of the other. Oh, here you go. Dr. Bud.
Oh my gosh, isn't that cute?
Isn't it great?
Wow.
You're standing on top of something, so you're a little taller than normal. Heiser's tournament in Colorado last year. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was there in Denver.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said, I'm going to send it to you. So I put it up and I put it there. And then now here's the R-rated thing. I got to show you this R-rated thing. My wife wouldn't let me put it up forever. Finally. Remember this?
Oh my gosh.
Came out?
My goodness.
Who is
That
that?
was me. That was
It's
me. Didn't you know that?
No.
It looks like Sarah Green to me.
That looks like Sarah Green.
Sarah Green, right?
It does. That's
Come on,
exactly
come
what I
on.
thought.
But I'm not going to make them. Okay. It says expose yourself to racquetball. The only thing I wish there was a guy receiving service that showed his butt too, so they couldn't call me sexist. Okay, but that's the way the poster came out. Okay.
That is cute, cute,
That's
cute.
My wife wouldn't let me put it up for years. She said, "Okay, if you hide it in the corner, I'll let you put it up." Okay.
That's cute.
So anyway, heck, you see more than that on regular TV anymore. Okay.
Jim,
that's
you
true.
know, I remember when you told me that you were moving and stuff like this, I thought that you were downsizing. This is an enormous space that you've got down there.
Full basement. It's great.
The whole base. No, well, we went from a house. We lived. Me and my wife Diane lived for like 30 years in this house. It was a little over 1,000 square feet. It wasn't 1,100 square. Well, when you first get married, you know, a two-car garage and a two-story house. It's a mansion because you don't have anything. Okay, when you get married. Well, after a while, you get stuff. Well, man, you know, we went from 1,000 square feet to this is over 2,500 square feet. And believe it or not, I'm already running out of space. Okay. So anyway.
Maybe Diane will have to find herself an apartment somewhere.
Thank you. That was really fun to look at. I appreciate that.
Yep, trip down memory lane. We appreciate it.
Well, you guys played way back when. And I mean, just think about it, the legends we got right here between Lynn, Shannon, and Dr. Bud. I mean, all three of you guys was in the Hall of Fame, and you know, you guys were the best of the best.
And you too, Jim. Jim, you're in the Hall of Fame
not
too.
as a player. I'm not as a player. I
No.
was an open player, middle of the pack way back when. Okay, so I was not the big shooter like the ones that's on this Zoom call. Okay, and Dr. Bud, how old are you now? 90 what?
93. I'll be in October.
93 in October.
Nice.
Man. Oh,
Wow.
And still alive.
He's looking pretty good, isn't he? He's looking
as
pretty
long as you're
good.
vertical.
Yeah, exactly.
Brumfield was playing paddleball the other day. He's 76 now. He's looking quite good, but I guess he's a kid compared to Dr. Bud.
Yeah. The whole world is.
Do you remember like in 2013 at the US Open when we had that we honored Charlie Brumfield and Dr. Bud came as his doubles partner, and everybody was crying because Charlie was dying.
That's true. I don't know. That guy,
he's looking better than ever now.
Yeah, no. That was Minnesota, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, Dr. Bud, I never forgot it. The 2008 gala in Houston, Texas, where all 25 of the Hall of Famers show it was there. And when you got up and was talking about Charlie, okay, when Charlie was up there talking about you, but when you got up there, you said, you know, we never really had an argument. Says sometimes he was out of control. Okay, but we never really had an argument. I thought that was great. That was great. Some great lines there. And also where you said you was walking by in the rooms and some guy had rackets and you stepped in and the guy says, "Oh, we're Echelon. We sell rackets." And you went, "Oh, really?" And I just great lines that was there.
I remember when we used to have to explain to people what racquetball was. They would say, "Oh, is that like tennis?"
I started out with paddleball back in 70 and about 72 or something. In 73, I started playing racquetball. And so with no paddleball, I says, "What's that?" Okay. And I started playing it, fell in love with it. And then eventually my girlfriend was into racquetball, Terry Davis, way back when. And she was good friends with Kathy Williams. You might remember Kathy Williams.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
Kathy.
Okay. And I remember I got educated. I was playing Kathy Williams, and I was an open player. And all of a sudden, she beat me. When I didn't realize it at the time, but I guess I was a little sexist. The idea that this girl beat me just really pissed me off. Okay, so anyway, I says, you know, I gotta quit playing her like she's a girl. Says she doesn't hold up on a shot when I'm in front of her, so I'm not gonna hold up on a shot if she's in front of me. So then when I got that attitude, then I won. Like 21-20, 21-19. It was like that close, okay? But I says, you know, Jim, you must be sexist and not know it. You know, that's not a girl. That's the competitive person that you're playing. And so I had to change my way of thinking.
Yeah, I don't think you would have wanted to hold up on Lynn or Shannon. They probably would have belted you with the ball.
Well, Shannon, from what I understand, she would have just went through you. Okay. If you got her way, and after she got the point, she said, "Are you okay?" You know.
Well, thank you so much.
That's for sure.
Let's get together again with Karen soon. Okay.
That'd be
Okay.
fun.
That sounds good.
Great.
Lynn,
Yeah, I
remember
can't wait to see
you.
her.
Jeanette Marriott and a few other people. Harding, you put around.
Yep. I'm in touch with Janelle. Very
Okay.
good.
Oh, that'd be
Thank you.
so much fun.
Yeah, no, let's
Okay,
do
great.
it.
Thanks, Lynn. Dr.
All right.
Bud,
Thanks, guys. See you
Bye,
Bye,
later.
Shannon.
Shannon. Bye, Dr. Bud.